Hi, beautiful Virgo. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. Virgo, this is your monthly read for August. And we have a little bit of a different resolution here with the camera uptake, intake. And I do apologize if you feel like it's a little bit crappy quality of the video. I'm working on this. Okay, what do we have for Virgo for the month of August, please? We're going to start with an overall energy. Not too close to the microphone. Overall energy for Virgo for the month of August. And then we're going to go deeper and deeper into the message. And at the very end, we're going to have your angels come out with some additional messages. And this is just an explosive month as we have the new moon in Leo on the 4th of August. We have the Lionsgate portal that has already started on the 6th of July. It has its peak on the 8th of August, which is an 888. Because it's an 8 universal year. We have 2024, right? And that adds up to an 8. And the peak of that is on the 8th. And then the portal closes on the 12th of August. And then it basically just goes on and on with just so much influx of energy in various forms. You can read all about it actually on my donation site, Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah. Go find it there if you're interested. I'm writing about the great shift, about the portal, about things to expect actually from now until February of 2026. Big changes. This is taking a moment. What do we have for Virgo, please? Maybe I just needed to stop talking. Gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. I think you are. I see so many sunflowers there. It's interesting because I picked the sunflower for this, the thumbnail for the video, right? That was with sunflowers, I think it was. And then I just put a little sunflower into the headline of the video. And here I'm just really drawn to those. Like if you see, those continues on in the very back. Do you see that? Like there's so many sunflowers. The sunflower represents the sun, represents the heat, represents warmth. It also represents, a sunflower, when the sun comes out, the sunflower will soak in the sun. Like you will see all the sunflowers like directed towards the sun, and they will just soak up the light. And as it becomes like cloudy or rainy or whatever, the sun is not out. Then the sunflowers lean on each other to give each other light. Isn't that extraordinary? That's just how the plant life are just, they're showing us what to do. Like when you have your moments of like you're in your own shine and you can easily get like energy from around you, like things are working out fine, that you sort of fill up your cup to the brim. And then when it gets a little bit cloudy in your life, to like lean on others, to bring in others for support and to bring others for help. Like the sunflowers are really showing us that. And there's something about like that there's so many of them. Like it's like a sea of sunflowers, that you're just standing in the sea of sunflowers. Like you're standing both in a sea of your own shine, but also like with super much support right now. This gratitude card is often for me connected to Pisces. So if you have a Pisces influence in your chart, if there's a lot of Pisces around you, if you're just drawn to Pisces overall, for whatever reason, there's a lot of Pisces here. Be grateful for all you have. And I see, okay. So some Virgos are just waiting to hear some news about some grandchildren. And I'm here to bring you the news about the grandchildren. So maybe you have been waiting for someone to get pregnant, or you're waiting for someone to go into labor. Do know that like I'm here to validate your thoughts around your grandchildren, okay? I also have like a little chariot situation. We're heading towards success. It's like it's not like you're not doing anything, but I think you're more in a observing mode than you feel like, which is quite rare for Virgo, right? You want to be hands-on. You want to take charge. You want to make lists. You want to calculate and plan, right? That's your strength. That's your major strength. There's something here. If we look in the palm of the hands, on this lady. You see those horses and you see that ball of light, and that there's a dude standing on that ball, like overseeing things, and then you're sort of overseeing what they're overseeing. So there's like a, I don't feel like you're fully like, you've started to put to have something go in the direction of what you want, and it has started to pick up momentum, and now it's like you're just, I don't know, observing it, looking where it's going, paying attention to it. But there needs to be not so much interference with it, because it's like it has now started to pick up pace, pick up momentum. So it's like it's a self-sufficient machine. Okay, interesting beginning. Where do we want to go? We want to go here. Going deeper into this message, what do we have for Virgo, please? My beautiful Virgo nation. I have a lot of cards flipping, but wanted to come out. That was it. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. The Sun card. It's called the Shine in this deck, but it's the Sun card. And we just talked about the sun and the sunflowers, that the sunflowers really are standing out at this time. Okay. We're going to continue here. This is beautiful. I'm going to go deeper into these messages as we have all the cards on the table. Move, ascension of the heart. Could be tying the knot with someone, like making a commitment with someone. It can be about making an actual move. This is also usually my ascension of the heart card. Like like you really are elevating your heart, coming higher and higher up. Drawn to another deck here as well. Control. Okay, so I've just finished up, and Pisces, it's interesting because now we have the second reference to Pisces. So this is a reference to Pisces, and I did the love, if you haven't checked them out, they're in pink, like pink thumbnail. I did like a love reading for all the signs, and Pisces in particular had to wait for such a long time to get their reading. They were the very last one, obviously at all times, but it took a moment to get to their reading. So I actually posted that reading simultaneously as I started to post the readings for the month of August. And if I'm not completely lost here, I think that we actually had this message coming through for Pisces, that they're a little bit too much in control, like standing in the way of their third eye. Like there could be so much more that could be seen or could be appreciated or could be like understood, that's right in front of your face, but because we're trying to control the speed of things, or like a little bit afraid of losing control and like where is this going to end up if I just sort of let things go, that's the very thing that's actually standing in the way of actual speed. So it's interesting because we have this, I get this feeling that we're not. So that might be the message, that if you can take a step back, I was going to call you Pisces now, Virgo. If you can take a step back, if you can like try to not get so much in your own way, to just really like look at it from afar, look at it from a different perspective, more of an observer than a creator being like a part of like the very detailed stuff, you know, you would be so much better off. At this very instance, at least, or for this month of August. They're okay. I'm not going to pause the video. Huh? So we had a little incident there with my boy. Solved now. Okay. Yeah, a lot of Pisces connection. And I just want to show you this. We have 3 black borders. It's like major arcana, so like 3 black borders. That's a lot of like dominant energy. This is like really what what goes, if that makes sense. Okay, a couple of more cards here before we really reveal the message. Regeneration and community. So this is second chances, and this is like, okay, outgrowing a situation. Community, this can also be like you're looking for a new community, you want to be in a community where you fit in, where we have more like values like yours, Virgo. You see this giraffe there? They're like way too big for their little house. They've outgrown their house. They need a bigger house. We're gonna need a bigger boat, as they say in Jaws. Regeneration. This is second chances. This is having a second chance at doing something that maybe you thought was lost. Maybe you thought your time was up for something, and then it's like here comes it back around. Things are being solved at this moment, and you're gonna get a second chance at several things. Okay, so we also want a couple more from from the fairies. Virgo for August. King of Autumn. And King of Autumn. One more or two. Another king. So it didn't come out, but it wants to show that, okay, so it's almost like we have another Arcana card, because it's like, yeah, King of Spring. So we have two kings. It's really, really powerful energy here. What do we have for Virgo, please? Unity. So that's almost like another community card. Unity. I feel one more. A lot of cards here today. The King and the Queen are really, really present. King and Queen. Eight of Spring. Okay. Starting from the beginning, we have gratitude, right? Sunflowers for rose and rose and rose. Sunflowers. Overseeing something that's going to pick up momentum all on its own, and has already started to pick up momentum. I feel like the best thing that you can do right now is to observe it. Then comes the Sun card. This is like joy. This is when talk about shining. Like this is when your solar plexus is basically, on fire. It's exploding. This is when you are either working or feeling like you're more coming into your worthiness, starting to really feel your worth, feel your confidence, feel your purpose. Because the more you come into your confidence and to your worth, like you're going to be stronger in what you actually are able to contribute with into the world. What is your service to the world, right? Before it was like, what do I have to offer? What do I have to give? But when one is confident and feeling worthy, you have so much to give to this planet. And this Sun card is also showing that like it's time. It's time to shine. It's time to not hold back or to fit into anyone else's box, or to dim your shine because it can cause conflict with other people because they're not in their shine, whatever. The Sun card is, in the traditional tarot, the Sun card is the happiest, best card in the deck. Like no argument. Like it's not up for grabs. It's not, we can't compete with that. This is the best card in the deck. So it's like, it's a really, really beautiful energy. And because we continue on this path, we have then, I would say, 2, 3, almost 4 more black borders, like 4 more. It's like a very solid, like this is where we're headed. We have 19, and I am a little bit drawn to that. Leo had full blown meeting your soulmate. I don't sense that is the focus here though. Although 19 represents Prince or Princess of Heaven, that there is someone in the essence here, Virgo. Someone's around you. If it's not a romantic partnership, it can be a dog that you've been waiting for. Like you really have been wanting to manifest this dog, and that dog is your soulmate. Like they can come in so many various different forms. Obviously, through friendships, through children. We had the grandchildren that someone's waiting for. They might open their eyes, or you already know this is your soulmate coming in. Whether you're a grandma or the father or like whoever you are to this child, it's a soulmate connection. They're in the ethers. They're in the essence, right? And then we have the move card, which is tying the knot. So we have a little, like, there's a small storyline going on there. It's not full blown, here's your person, but there is like it's like a reminder. So Virgo, maybe if you're in a situation where you're single and you're looking for love, that it's not probably in the month of August that this is going to manifest, but it's in it's in the making, it's in the works, it's like they're in the essence. And maybe because you're just coming into this very self-assured, really blossoming place, that just really take your time, and then we can look at whatever it is that we want to attract into our lives. If you're in a committed relationship, I feel like this might be like taking it a step further, like maybe getting engaged, maybe buying like your first house together, or like you're getting married, you have the discussion of having children. Like it's just the next step of just making a bigger commitment to each other. For the rest of you guys, this is an ascension of the heart. This is what I feel most with this reading, that this is like, wow, like there's an explosion in your chakras. There's like, maybe someone is even having like a Kundalini awakening. There's a big coming online, like an explosion, a lifting of the heart, a lifting of the veil so that the heart can finally speak. You might do things on purpose right now where you're ascending your heart, sitting with the heart, connecting with the heart, having heart coherence, doing all of these things that people do these days where we connect the mind with the heart, right? A big elevation of the heart there. And then there's that control. Like, I feel that because of the energy here, the sun card, all those sunflowers, this ball of fire picking up so much speed that it's like self-sufficient, like you don't need to put any fuel on it, it just really has taken off. It might actually be that you feel like hold your horses, as we have there, hold your horses, it's going too fast. Or there might even be a fear that what if it goes too fast? What if I start this whole machinery and it just gets out of my hands and I can't control it? That fear, or that wanting to stand in the way, like having this armor that's sitting right in front of the third eye, which is the opportunity to really see what's coming, to see what's up ahead, to see a little bit like ahead of time, like in the future, to then reassure yourself like we're good, everything's good. But the very fact that you're actually a little bit controlling in this, controlling about where things will go, wanting to figure out the story in your head before we even get there. I can't remember the song's name. I came across a song today. It was just showing up on Spotify. It was, I don't know if I've ever laughed out loud at a song because it was that funny. I don't think I've ever done that in my entire life. I haven't laughed out loud because of a funny lyric. But it was something around the lines of, you know, how they were reacting so strongly to something that she said or something that they said. Like he got really mad at something that she said, but what she said was actually only in his head. So it was like it was a made up conversation in his own head, and what she said in the made up conversation made him really mad. And I think the song is called "Mad at Nothing." Like, and now I'm mad at nothing. I'm mad at something that I actually made up in my own head. She's not even involved here. And I just laughed out loud, probably because it hit a nerve. That is what we do. I was like, that's such a brilliant lyric. Like, that is what we do. We argue in our own heads. They're not even there. We put out control things for something that doesn't even exist yet. And the fact is they can't, because you're trying to control it. We have number 8 there, though. It's like a power. It's a power read. It's a power, like, this is how it's going to go. And you can sort of kick and scream your way into success, or you can go smoothly. You can step out of the way a little bit. Just picture this dude move out of the third eye there. Feel the freedom of that. Okay. Right. And then we had community and regeneration, but we also have unity here. So unity and community, I feel, are very intertwined. I just realized you have another number 8 there. Jesus Christ in heaven. You have 3 8s. We have 4 major arcana vibes. We have 3 number 8. And we're coming up with the 888 portal, right? So I would really, depending on when you listen to this, it doesn't matter if you listen to this on the 21st of August and the 888 portal has already come and gone. Tap into that energy again, because like time doesn't know energy and energy doesn't know time. So you can step into the energy anyway. But if you're like, even before this, set an intention for what you want. This is 888 opportunity for an open window to really set your intention for what do you wish for your life moving forward. Okay, so we have community and we have unity. And do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. So, yeah, this is what I feel, that you have been a little bit... If we look at this, it's really funny. Because if you look at this, it looks like the giraffe there, right? It's like way too big for his little hut. His little... I don't even know what that is. There you go. And it looks like he just wants to walk out of there. Like, I'm done. This is too small for me. Either the way that people are thinking around me is too small. I can't grow here. I've reached my limit on this place. And then, it's like, okay, I'm just going to get out of here. And then what got stuck on the back sits on this dude's back. He took that whole... If we can focus... Unity, come on. There you go. He took that whole, like, it got stuck on his clothing. And now he's looking for a new community. Like, he's looking for where we we think in the same fashion. We share the same values. Here you can breathe. Here you're outside. Like this, the community that you come from. And that's what I feel here as well. Maybe you've come from a place where you have like really dim your shine a little bit, and that has really come online now. It's like really out there. Maybe to your like, wow, this is going really fast and it's a little bit scary, but it's going to cause you to move out of, it's a move. It's an ascension of the heart, but it causes the physical reality to catch up, right? So you can't actually ascend your heart, ascend your thinking, like ascend your mind, and then stay put in a very similar situation. Rarely that happens. What usually happens is then you change relationships, you change workplace, you change even like the community, like where you live. You might want to change state or even move country. Like, yeah, so I just feel like you're coming out of this smaller community or smaller thinking into this unity where you're free. Like you can finally breathe here. They're on the same level. So yeah, I think you're going more and more towards like the soul group that fits you, whether that is like inside or outside of work, whether that's both, whether that's in relationships or just where you want to spend your like everyday energy. And that's a really, really beautiful thing. We have regeneration. So I feel like there's second chances here. I think maybe you thought for a bit, Virgo, that you were stuck in a rut, like you were stuck where you were at, and this is it. And then the sunflowers happen, and then the shine in your solar plexus started to, really explode. And there's a second chance here. There's a regeneration. There's coming out of the lava. Like you don't have to like, it doesn't have to be putting out fires anymore. work against everything all the time because they're not on the same page. This can be something about coming back into a dream, like a dream that has just been with you for the longest time, but you thought it was just not going to happen. And yet here it presents itself again. 4 and 6 are both like love and harmony. They're foundational. And if we add those up, it's a completion. It's like, it's time for the new. It's time to step in here, and you're being given a second chance, and I would take it. This is causing a lot on your plate. I think even if things are fun, even if there are so many things that you like to do, I've felt this a little bit in the past 1 or 2 months, that even all the things that I do, I like. Individually, all of them, I like. Whatever it is, concerning different things in work, concerning my family life, concerning whatever. I enjoy it. But when it gets to be too much of all of it at the same time, like too many requests, too much on your plate, even it doesn't matter how fun it is, because it just becomes a little bit stressful. And this is about Virgo managing that stress, or managing, like, I don't want to sound like this is a bad thing, because this is like, okay, I'm going to just take this as an analogy just for the sake of it. I'm not saying I see this. I'm just going to use it as an analogy. This is like winning the lottery 3 times in the same week. And I'm not talking about like $10 at a time. I'm talking about, 10 million at a time. $10 million at a time. Or how much is that? 100 million. I'm trying to do the translation from Swedish to dollar, because that's basically times 10. So just think of like hitting the jackpot of the lottery 3 times the same week. A little bit busy. Think of, you're with me. Like, there's a lot of good stuff coming in at once, from left and right, and from all fields and all categories. And it's fun. It's like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this explosion. I've been waiting for this thing to pan out, or to have any success in this. You've been working towards it and for it. And here it is. It's self-sufficient now. It's like it's its own machine. It's going to just go faster and faster and faster. It's fun things coming in. Success after success is just falling into place. So this is you. 8 of Spring is about learning how to navigate all of it. But you're a Virgo, so if anyone can do it, it's you. But don't get lost in all the... You can get lost in good stuff too, right? So it's like, use that good head that you have on your shoulders and just really sit with it. What needs to be prioritized? What needs to be... but then also I'm getting a strong feeling like you don't have to be so in control. You have to plan and structure and organize. But it's one thing to organize something and simultaneously sort of be the observer, and another to try to control every outcome because you're nervous is not going to work. Huge difference in energy, right? Stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. So this is when like quick things are moving, like quickly things are starting to come in, but it's to your liking. So it's about wanting to slow down the process because you feel like maybe you're going to get out of control, when in fact it's the opposite. You just need to be structured, and that's your superpower. King of Autumn. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. This is, and we saw the king of, I don't remember now which king it was, but that was a windfall. A windfall of money came with that other king. So it's like so much is going your way right now. I feel like this German Shepherd, this beautiful German Shepherd right there, that speaks about loyalty, friendship, someone you can count on, very trustworthy, a true friend. They're happy to see you whenever. That you're stepping into really like good partnerships right now. You're seeking out good people. people you can trust and people that shares your values and visions, and you're just coming into this very like emperor-like state. You know where you're going with all of these things going on. Like it's going to be a busy month and probably even busier moving forward, like September, October, November. Like you want to practice to have an organized desk, okay? This is like holding your eye on the big picture, holding your vision and just going for it. But this is like someone who knows what they're doing. This is Virgo. King of Autumn knows what they're doing. They are fully equipped and you have all the tools to succeed with this great success that's headed your way. We're going to finish with the angels. What do we have from the angels, please? What do you want to tell Virgo for the month of August? Not the right time. And remain positive. Okay. I feel like 1 or 2% of Virgo Nation needs to hear that this is what I mean with the control. So this helps me to be even more clear about what I mean with the control. When you try to steer the narrative, things are happening now, left and right. They're coming in like whether you wanted to or not. And I don't mean that to scare you, because it's when momentum picks up. You know, I love this analogy from Abraham, where they're saying, when someone says, they're asking about something, and the response is, imagine yourself in an airplane, and you have just thrown yourself out of that airplane, and it picks up speed fast, and you do not have a parachute. And and what they're saying is, just hang on for dear life, because soon it's going to be over. So it's like once that's a horrible analogy, because it means that you're dying. You're not dying. You have a parachute, but you're trying to, do you see where I'm going with that? That might have sucked as a metaphor, but like the momentum is like, it's a snowball effect. The momentum is so strong here now, you can't turn it back. Whatever you have started, this is something you want. What you've started is something you want. So it's not like, this thing coming in that is like, I so want it. Like, it feels so mind-blowing now that I changed my mind. Sorry, can't do that. It's on its way, because it's too much momentum. You already jumped out of the plane. Now what do? Don't stand in the way of it. Don't try to control the narrative, or you're going to be run over. So this is like, get out of the way. Well, not the right time, which is like, you might try to steer something in a direction where it's actually not going. Or you might steer in a result or an outcome in a certain amount of time where actually that's not the best timing. Or like, it's just trusting the process, really. I know it's like silly. Remain positive. Just try to look at it from a very positive, like, well, I got the ball rolling and I'm just going to go with it now. I'm going to learn how to surf. I'm going to surf that wave. Pisces reference again. Okay. That's what I have for you, beautiful Virgo. I really hope it helps. I hope it uplifts and inspires, and that something here resonated with you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye, everyone.